Okay, so let's get started now. So good evening, everyone. So we'll start from where we
Evening,
have
sir.
left. Yeah. So we'll start from where we have left in the Sunday sessions. So Nikita has taken that sessions and shown some of the data cleaning and handling tasks in the Google Sheet site. So we'll continue from there. So let me share my screen first. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Uh, so okay, so you need to go to menti.com, and when you go there, you have to enter the code 74199617. Once you have coded that, you will see the slides there, and some of the questions will pop up. And so you have to answer those questions. And we will be using the same data that we have used last time. So if you don't have that data, don't worry. I will provide the link again, and you can go to the data set and you can start working on that. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes to join to the menti.com. You can either scan the code that is shown in the screen, or you can go to the menti.com and write the code there 74199614. Okay, so take some time and let me know once you all have joined to menti.com.
Actually, sir, at my home, I have only one phone. My father has gone to office, so I can't join the menti.com.
That's fine. You can probably use the data later, and you can just see what all we do today and practice later all those things.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I am speaking Mariam Fatima.
Yeah, good
Sir,
evening.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, I opened this link www.menti.com, but there is a server problem, sir.
Which problem?
Server problem.
Okay, you can wait some time. if it doesn't come, you can try later. Don't worry.
Mm, Okay, sir. 74199617. They are telling that waiting for the presenter, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll start presenting soon.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think all of you you must have logged into menti.com
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
you must be seeing. Okay, so let's get started now.
yes sir.
Uh, okay. So in the last session we have talked about where is that? Yeah. So we have talked about the data collections, data handling using Google Suite, right? So, and now all of you must know the importance of data, why we are studying the data, right? Because without data, there is nothing like machine learning, deep learning, at all. Because data is the fuel of all those techniques, right? We are trying to find something, some patterns, some distributions out of data that we can generalize data, right? So for doing also such things, doing finding patterns or generalizing things or designing different algorithm, we need data. If there is no data, we cannot do we cannot design such algorithms, right? So let's try to understand data first, and then we'll move to those sections as well. Okay, so first we have seen data collections, and the way data is collected may differ based on how we are collecting it, how it is present, and what domain from we are collecting the data and all. So typically, you see the data is structure, unstructured, right? Structure you can think as a table-like structure where you have different columns, different rows. Columns represent your features. Rows represent your data points and all, right? So that is called structured data, where you can data is present in a tabular kind of format, right? There are there are other ways as well for data formats, like unstructured is one of them. So unstructured, where there are different ways to collect data which is unstructured. We will not go about that what are those ways, but there are some different ways, like, so you can think of like collections of your songs in one library, right? Which is not structured in one sense. Or say textbooks, all the data which is inside your textbook is an unstructured way, because they are in text format. They are not arranged in a tabular format, something like that. So that is again an unstructured data, right? So that is data collections, and there we have seen how we can collect the data. Next, we have seen about the data handling part using Google Sheets. So we were trying to find some statistics from the data, like mean, mode, median, as how we can do such operations in Google Sheets, right? And next, today we are going to start with the data visualization, and then we'll go for the pattern, how to find the patterns in the data. Okay, so data visualizations means now we will try to represent the data using some charts or some graphs. Like you must have seen different charts, graphs in your textbook, in news, or at many places, right? So those graphs helps you to understand the data better, right? Rather than reading the data from the tables, right? So visualizations makes things easy. Those graphs makes the data easy to understand. We can gain some insights from the data looking at the graph itself, right? So can some of you give me some examples where the graphs helps you to understand the data better?
They're the results of the students in the school.
Correct, right? So if you show the results in the table format, then you have to read the data that won't give you any insights, right? Now, if I represent them into some histograms, like different bars showing how many students scored board, so that will make easy, right? So how many students scores, how many marks, and also such in such places, you will see that most of the student scores high, or some of the student didn't score high, and all such things, right? So graphs makes that kind of visualizations or data insights easy, right? Any other examples? Weather forecast of the week someone has mentioned in the chat. Right, that is correct. So you must seen the temperature rise over the seven days or over the months. So the line charts depicts that the temperature is decreasing down, or stock fluctuation is someone has also mentioned. So that fluctuations over the years also shown by the line chart, right? So we can see that stock price are increasing or decreasing over the years or over the months, whatever. Uh, so such kind of data are represented using the charts or graphs, and that makes to understand the data better, right? We can understand the data better using graphs, and can even gain the distributions of the data, some statistics data. We can think about some statistics of the data from the graph itself. We need not to worry about the looking at the entire data itself, right? So there are many places where you see graphs, and so you must be following some sports like football or cricket. There you must have seen many graphs, and those graphs um, uh, makes things easy to understand, right? It's like how many runs has a batsman scored over a series or over a period of time. Such things are easy to understand using graphs rather than reading from the data, right? From some structured format. Okay, so we'll see how we can create different graphs and in Google Sheets. So for that, you need to go to the sheet. So the link has been given here. And so click into this link, or if you remember, we have used the same sheet in the last session. So if you have access to that, please use that sheet. We will be using the same data set. So please go to this link, or just go to the sheet that we have provided last time. Okay, so can someone please tell me what are different graphs that you can think of, different charts, different graph that we know? The line graph is one. Any other example?
Pie chart, bar chart, column chart.
Correct. Pie chart is one, bar graph is one, column chart is one, histogram is one. Yeah. So
Dotted
all these
graph,
are, sorry.
dotted graph, double line graph, etc.
Correct.
Bubble graph also.
Bubble chart is also there, but we want to be going inside the graphs because there we need different kind of
Or
problems to understand and different kinds of data we need, right? So we'll go with the standard graphs like bar chart, histogram, scatter plot, and all these
double
things. Okay.
histogram.
Double histogram is also one of those graphs. Stacked bar chart is also one of the chart, right? So now if you have opened the sheet, let me go to the sheet now. Are you seeing the copy of the Google Sheet in my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the same data that we have used last time.
Yes, sir.
We will be using the same data. Okay, so whatever questions comes on the menti.com, you have to write the answers using the second subsheet, which is your housing data big, right? So you have to answer the questions using this data, housing data big, second subsheet. And I will be using a sheet, small data set for the demonstrations. Okay, so whatever answer you need to find, please make use of the second subsheet, which is housing data big. Can you please mute yourself? Okay. Okay. Now, so you were talking about, so let's try to understand this data first. You already know. So we have some columns like rooms. So this is big data. Let me take the smaller data. So rooms, how many rooms are there in a house? What is the size? Probably square kilometers, 3,500 square kilometer, square meters, or square feet, probably square feet. Distance of the distance to the school. So how far your school is from your home, that is mentioned here. So probably in the kilometers, whether your house is independent or not. So it's a binary feature. Binary features means it is taking only two values, yes or no, right? What is the rent of that house? So all these features are being given to you. Now we have to visualize the different features. So now let's see. I want to visualize the house rent, right? So what chart do you think will be suitable for house rent?
Bar graph.
Histogram.
Okay, okay, Barbara, histogram. Any other choice?
Line chart, sir.
Line graph maybe.
Sorry. Line chart and
Line chart,
Line
sir.
graph.
Line chart.
no, line chart is not a suitable chart here. Why? Can someone please tell me why line chart is not a suitable here?
The bar chart.
Yeah, we'll talk about the bar chart and histogram. Which one suit better? First, can tell
By using
anyone
object
Yeah, the
why?
and
rent stays
compare.
constant
So
maybe.
we
It
don't
does not
have to
increase or
observe.
decrease.
Bar graph is used for that, sir.
Okay, first, okay. So first, tell me why line chart is not suitable here.
The
So
rent
we can't
does
compare
not
the
change or
things
like
in line
increase
chart.
or decrease maybe. That's why cannot use.
That is
Okay,
actually used to see if there is an increasing or decreasing trend. Here we are saying if it is higher or lower.
okay. You are on the point, but not exactly. So line chart is used when we are observing something over the period of time. Let's say I'm observing the temperature over 7 days. So in that way, what I'm doing, I'm observing my data over the period of time, like on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, something. I want to see the sales over days, like some product sales. So in that see, I want to see the trends over period of time, right? So their line chart makes sense where we line can tell that it is increasing or decreasing. But house rent is not over period of time. We want to just see the distribution of the house rent. Doesn't matter which we are looking for the different houses, the price of that, right? It doesn't make to use the line chart in case of house rent here. So that's where line chart is not. That's why line chart is not used here. Remember, line chart is used only when we want observing the patterns in a features over a period of time, like the time series data that we call, right? Time series meant which is changing over the time. The temperature changes over the time, right? Or the sales change over the sales changes over period of time, something like that. If we are want to see such observations, then we use line chart. If you are following cricket, you must have seen runs needed to scores, right, in an inning. So there we see over different overs, right? First over, second over, third over. Then we use line chart. It increases, right, or decreases, something like that. Or performance of a player over 10 years, right? So there we use line chart where we are observing that the feature changes over a period of time, right? Here, house rent, if we use line chart, it won't make any sense to us. We cannot get any things out of that line chart. So that's why line chart is not used here. Okay, now talk about the bar chart and histogram. Can someone please tell me what is the difference between bar chart and histogram?
Program is used for frequent things.
Okay, any
The
other
bar
answer?
chart, the bars will be separate and in the histogram, those bars will be stick together.
Okay, that is one.
Sir, can I answer?
Okay, yeah,
Bar
please.
chart is a visual representation of data using rectangular bars of varying lengths or heights, sir.
And then
Sir,
Instagram.
because bar chart
Instagram.
shows categories, whereas histogram shows frequency of data ranges.
Correct. That is the correct answer. Exact point. So you have some idea about the discrete variable and the continuous variable.
Mm, No,
Yes.
sir.
Anyone does know about the
Discrete
this?
variable, we can only the
Sir,
counting
please can
countable
you repeat
variables
the
to be
question?
taken and continuous can take any float value.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So question is, what is the difference between discrete variable and the continuous variable? Do you know what is discrete variable and what is continuous variable?
Discrete variable can only take on specific separate values,
Okay.
while continuous variables can take on any value within a range.
Correct. That is correct. Can you give me some examples of a discrete and continuous variable?
Discrete variables example is the number of languages spoken by a person,
Okay.
the number of students in a class. You can't have half a student.
Correct.
The
Continuous variables.
students.
Continuous variables example, the time can be measured with increasing precision.
Correct, correct. That is
Height.
exactly the correct answer. Height is also continuous variable.
Temperature, height, weight, and
Distance,
distance.
distance,
Distance, yes.
distance,
So,
temperature.
Some example for the continuous variables is height and weight of the students.
correct, fine. That's all. Yeah. So discrete you can think as something that we count, like number of students, right? Number of fruits in a basket, something like that. That we count, don't measure. Continuous is something that we measure, like height. We need some scales to measure the height. We cannot count the height, right? We have to measure that
Yes, sir.
using some scale.
Can be measured, but not just counted.
Counted, right? That is called continuous random variable, continuous variable. Don't go to random variables
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Okay, and so that is the difference between discrete and continuous. Now, in this particular data set, this housing data set, can you tell me which are the discrete variables or which are the discrete columns?
Number of rooms.
Number of rooms.
Number of rooms is
Number of rooms.
discrete.
Discrete
Okay,
variable type of that can only take on specific separate values.
correct, correct. It takes a
Typically
separate
whole
value.
numbers. Yes, sir. Typically whole numbers often obtained by counting.
Correct, correct. That is called discrete variable, right? So here, number of rooms are discrete. Probably the independent house. It's not a numerical variable, but if we let's say encoded them with one and zeros, then it will become your discrete variable, right? If we say yes is one, no is zero, then it will become numerical variable, and it will become your discrete variable, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
house rent. House rent is discrete or continuous?
Yes, sir.
Dis-
Discrete.
Discrete.
Discrete, sir.
Discrete.
Sir.
Discrete, sir.
Rent you can think as a continuous one because it's not we are counting, it's a rate, right? So it's a measuring,
It can
right?
differ from
In
place.
rupees or something. Okay.
Can you explain once again, sir?
Yeah. So house is not like we are counting something. It's a we are using some scale to measure it. Like we have rupees or some other right. So we are measuring it, not counting it. Okay, so it's over the range. We are measuring the house rent, which is in rupees. So you can think it as a continuous variable. Okay. So the difference between bar chart and histogram is that histogram is typically used for discrete variables, discrete numerical variables, or discrete variables, or say the
Bar charts are primarily used to visually compare and contrast
Sir, can you
discrete
repeat the
categories of
question
data.
one time?
no, there is no question. I'm trying to explain the difference between bar chart and histogram. So bar chart is typically used for the discrete variables like number of rooms, or say independence house or not. There we use bar chart
That
and
discrete is countable, continuous is measurable, sir.
correct, correct. That is correct. Now we are moving ahead. So, okay. So we are if we are confused between bar chart and histogram, remember if we are counting something, then use bar chart. Otherwise, for a continuous random variable, use histograms, right? So
Bar
in this
chart
case,
uses data type, bar arrangement, purpose.
yeah, correct. That is all correct. Okay. So okay, so for room, let's say for room, I want to create a chart. So which chart I can prepare?
So please can you
Bar
repeat
graph.
the question?
There is no question. I'm just saying that now I want to prepare a chart for rooms or graph for room,
So we
right?
can use the bar graph.
Bar
Bar
chart, yeah,
graph.
bar graph, right?
Bar graph.
Okay. Okay, so how to do that? So for that, Google Sheet provide a very easy way to do. And so for that, first select that column. So I've selected that column. Now in the top of the sheet, you see different icons. And in the rightmost icon, you see one chart, insert chart option, right? Here, and select that insert chart. Now you see a different options. A panel has pop up in the right side, right? So there it shows uh, different ways to create a chart here. So if you look at here, you will be seeing one chart type, where you can see different types of chart present, and you can select the one that you wanted here. Right. For now, let's say I want to use the column chart or the bar chart. So I select the column chart. Now, there's one issue here. Here it is showing for different rooms for each column, right? So for the first is three coming, then two is coming, then four is coming, then one is coming. But what I want the number of houses with three rooms, number of houses with two rooms, number of houses with four rooms, right? So for creating bar chart, what actually I need two different columns. One showing number of rooms and another showing number of houses that takes three rooms, two rooms, four rooms, right? So for that, what I need to first do a little. I have to see how many rooms are there and all. So can you tell me that this particular variable, this particular features rooms, how many values it takes?
Three.
Four values, one, two, three, and four, right? So what I want how many values this rooms takes, right? So for that, there is a function in the sheet which is called unique. So it give me the unique values that a particular column takes, right? If I take unique and select the column B, it will give me all the unique values, right? So feature or column rooms takes values 3, 2, 1, and 4 and 1, and they are coming in the order which it sees first. It sees 3 first, then it sees 2, then it sees 4, then it sees 1, right? So these are the unique values that this particular column says. Now I want how many houses are there which has 3 rooms. Can you count here? How many houses are there which takes 3 rooms? Which have 3 rooms?
4.
Right, so you can count here because it's
Four.
very small.
Four.
You
Four,
can
sir.
count.
Four.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, all correct. Yeah, so these are all correct. So here you can count manually because you know this very small data set. But if the data set is very big, you cannot manually count it. So we have to write some function for that, right? So we have to count, right? So there is a function called count. And since we are counting only particular values, so in this case we are counting values which is three, right?
Sir,
So for
which
that
function we have to add?
It is the
count
date
if.
list value, sir.
Sorry. Can you please repeat what you are saying? Is the font size okay here, or should I increase it?
So it is
Good,
okay.
sir.
It's good, sir.
Okay. So here, my task is to I'm to find how many houses has three rooms, right? So I'm to count how many rows has values three, right? In this particular column B, right? How many rows are there which has values three? So for that, there is function called count if. If means it I'm conditioning something. Condition is what? I'm counting only those rows which have values three, right? And where I'm counting within the column B, so I can select the column B and now comma, I have to put the conditions. Condition is what? I am to count only those rows which has values three, right? So I have to give the condition here. So what it will do, this function will count only those rows um, in the column B which has values three, right? If I run this, it will give me four. So there are four rows which has values three, right? Similarly here, I have to do such things. So there is a better way to do that rather than giving three. What I can do, I can give that count this HA and it will give me four and I can autofill it. Okay. So there are, so this is your number of houses, right? So there are four houses which has three rooms. There are four houses which has two rooms. There is only one house which has four rooms, and there are two houses which has one room. Right now, if I plot the bar chart, what I can do, I can select these two columns. Once I select this, I'll go to insert chart again. So there is option of insert chart. So you can see insert chart is coming here. Now, by default is coming column chart, and now that's what I wanted, right? So it's a bar chart. Bar chart here it is showing number of room, and here it is showing number of houses, right? So for 3, there are 4 houses which has 3 rooms. There are 2 houses which has there are 4 houses which is again having 2 rooms.
2 rooms.
There, right. So here in this case, bar chart makes sense, which is counting the number of rows within that particular categories of particular class, right? So this is how you create the bar chart. Any other chart will be suitable here?
Histogram.
Histogram is not suitable here because it will be it more suitable for the continuous variable.
Pie chart.
Pie chart is
This
good. Pie chart is good. Pie chart is mostly used when we have lesser categories and we want to see the proportions. Like we want to measure the proportions
Donut chart.
within each other. Right. So again, do select all these 2 columns. Go to insert chart. And then chart type, you will see different options are there. So you can select the pie chart here and you will see the pie chart here, right? So here, now you can even see the proportions of the number of houses having different rooms, right? So there are number of houses having 3 rooms and 2 rooms are kind of same, right? Because there are 4 houses which are having 3 rooms, and there are again 4 houses which are having 2 rooms, right? And the yellow one showing the number of houses which is taking 4 rooms, which is very less, and by proportions we can check that this is very less, right? And even the proportions are showing 9.1%. So out of total houses, so there are 11 total houses. Out of 11, only 9.1% houses has only 4 rooms. Right. So pie chart is also a better way. So pie chart is generally used where you are using where you have a discrete variable, but which with lesser categories. Let's say there are lots of categories, 1 to 100. In this case, pie chart won't make much sense because all those categories will be in a circle, right? So they are doing distinguishing is not easy things, right? So lesser categories is okay for pie chart, but for higher categories, pie chart will be messy thing. Okay, so there we can go with the line chart or sorry, bar chart and all. Okay. So these are the 2 chart we generally use for demonstrating the quantitative variable or say discrete variable.
Discrete variable.
Discrete variable, yeah. Quantitative also be used, let's say independent house, right? So independent house we can use bar chart or pie chart and all, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's take one more example. Okay, so let's go to some of the questions first, then we'll take about the histogram. We'll talk about the histogram. Or let's talk about the histogram first. So let's say I want to draw the histogram for house rent. How I will do that? Again, select the column for which I want to draw the chart. Then again go to the insert chart. Then I'll see option here, and I go down. I'll see option histogram chart that is showing up. Now this is your histogram. So how to read the histogram? Can someone please tell how I will make sense out of this graph?
Can you repeat, sir?
What you are understanding from this graph?
I mean, the 5 house rent is higher, then the 2 house rent is lower than it, then the 1
So what
house.
is this particular bar here? The very
Sir,
first
can I
bar
answer?
showing.
House rent of houses.
Sir, this
House
graph
rent
on
ranging from
y-axis there are
10,000 to
number of
29,000.
houses. X-axis the range. So in total 5 houses are there within the range of 10,000
Correct.
to 29,000 of rent.
Correct. These answers are correct. So here it is showing the price ranges, which is unique, which is interval, which is taken by default by the chart. So within the range 10,000 to 29,000, how many houses there? Within the interval 29,000 to
5.
48,000, again the 3 houses are there. Within the range 48,000 to 67,000, there is no house, right? Within the range 67,000 to 86,000, there is 2 houses, right? And more than 86,000, there is only one house. So this is your range, price range, and this is the number of houses. This is how we read the house rents. So you are thinking it as a bar chart, but here look at the x-axis. Here it has divided the variable, the feature into into the different range. In the bar chart, we have only categories, right? One, two, three, four. Here it is range, right? So that's where
Bars
that is the
represent
difference between.
different categories. The
Sorry,
vertical bars represent different categories of ranges. The
vertical is
height of
number of that is house, number of houses
the
within that
house
range.
the height of each bar indicates the frequency or count of houses falling within the
Correct,
specific rent
correct,
category or range.
correct. That is correct. Okay, so this is your house rent. Even you can customize this graph. For that, if you edit the chart, and there is option again on the right side panel, customize. You go to there. So different chart style is there. Histogram is there. So histogram you see the bucket size, right? So bucket size is this range on the horizontal axis, right? So for now, what is the bucket size? It is from 10,000 to
Excuse me, sir.
29,000, right? 19 something, that is the range. You can even provide that particular bucket size, let's say 50. In this case, it's not a good,
Yes, sir.
it's not a ideal range, because it is starting from 10,000 to it is going into lakhs as well.
Excuse
So,
me, sir.
yes.
Sir, for the house rent, we can use the line chart.
No, no, we cannot use the line chart, and I told you, right, why we cannot use the line chart.
The line
Okay,
chart
sir.
is not used in the histogram.
That is not a line chart. If you're thinking like there is line comes over that is kind of representation of the distributions using the that is not called a line chart. Over. So that is called area chart in some. Uh, so here it is not working. Why I'm not. Yeah. Now, so if I set the bucket size to be 10,000, so range is on the horizontal axis coming from. So each interval is of 10,000. That's 10,000 to 20,000. So that's how you can change the range of the intervals as well, right? And you can do different kind of customizations. Go to the edit chart, do customizations. If you want to add some legends there, it's already there. You want to bold them or italic, something like that. So all such things you can do. And let's say grid lines you want to use. So minor grid lines will come, right? So it's not coming clearly, but if you do by yourself, you can see that. Color also you can choose. Let's say I want to use black color. So the minor grid lines has come, and major ticks also will be showing. So this ticks 1, 2, 3. So this will be shown here. So all sorts of customization you can do. If you go to that part, you can play around these things and see about all these options to your chart, right? So this is some of the different charts that we can make use of. Okay, now go to the questions. You can go to the Menti now, and where you will see first questions, and you can start answering that. Okay, so remember, you have to answer using the second subset, which is your big house data.
Sir, can you please share that Excel once more?
Share what?
Share that Excel from where you are trying this data.
Yeah, so the link has come to your, let me give the link in the chat box again. Okay, I'm not able to share it now. Let me go to the link. I pasted the link in the chat box. So you please access the data from here and make the copy. It's not editable for you, so you can just make the copy of that and start working there.
Sir, but we can't do that.
Can't do what?
We can't access to that.
X is the seat, is it?
Yes, sir.
You can
Yes.
make the copy of that.
So we cannot make changes in that popular.
Yeah, you cannot make changes in that copy. You have to
So
make
changes
the copy of
like
that sheet.
calculate the things.
You have to make the copy of that sheet.
Yeah, sir, but it is not possible. I tried it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let me say the
Sir, it
another
is
sheet.
not possible.
Okay, let me say the another sheet then. I don't know what is the issue. I'll paste one more link. It's the same data set. So I'm pasting one sheet in the chat box and go to that sheet. And now you can make the copy of it. Okay. And please use the second subsheet to answer these questions.
Sir, 0 to 1 is the correct answer, sir.
Oh, 0 to 1.
Are you using the second subsheet?
No, sir.
This big house data set that you have to make use of, not the smaller one. Okay.
So both the links shows the same Google Sheet.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What I think. Both the links shows the same Google Sheet. Yeah, it's the same sheet. You have to make the copy of it. Okay, let's move to the next questions. You can try it later. The correct answer for that is 6 to 7. Okay. The next question is, what percentage of houses have 3 rooms? Sorry. Again, use the second subsheet. So which chart will be good to find the percentage of houses have 3 rooms?
Bar chart.
Bar chart you have to again count, right? You can
Pie
use
chart.
Pie chart.
yeah, pie
Pie
chart
chart.
is Pie chart is the best because there you can get the percentage as well as a reason.
Sir, can we use scatter plot?
No, no, no. Scatter plot cannot be used here. I'll tell you why. I'll come to the scatter plot.
Okay, sir.
Should I show the answers or should you can do by yourself? I'm seeing very different answers here. So if I enter it, correct answer is 21, and but most of you have given answer 29. 20 now. So again, they look at the graph. I'm seeing the graph only to see your responses, right? So graph is very useful things to understand the data, right? Only 26 of you has answered it correctly. 33 of you has answered as some other values, which is your probably near to 5. Now, so if you are just entering the answers without solving it. So the same day, I'm just quickly going through it and I'm stopping the responses. So for this question, what you have to do. I'm again going to the second sheet. Same thing. It is asking what percentage of houses have 3 rooms, right? So we have to look at the percentage of the 3 rooms. So what I will do, I will create the pie chart for number of rooms. So again, I will use the method called unique. Unique will give me the unique values for that particular column. I will select that column and it will give me the unique values. So again, it is taking 2, 4, 3, 1 unique values. Now I'm to count how many houses has 2 rooms. So for that, I will use count if. Count if again within this column, and I will count those rows which has 2 rooms, right? So I will use this and autofill. So 84 houses are there which has 2 rooms. 64 houses are there which has 3 rooms, right? And what is the total? Total is actually 301. So you can find the percentage directly from here, which is your 64 divided by how many total?
Total loss. Total loss, sir.
How many total?
Sir, 301.
301,
301
right?
into
So I
100.
can 301. So around 21% is the correct answer. You can do such calculation. Otherwise, you can draw the pie chart as well. So it is your number of houses, and select these 2 columns. Then go to the insert chart. You can draw pie chart here, which is coming here. And now see, this particular pie is for 3 row, which is your 21.3%, right? So 21% houses has 3 rooms. That is your answer. So I hope you got how to solve this question. And let's move to the next question now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in these sections we have seen to draw different chart, and it's a pretty easy, right? So you need to know which graph is more suitable. That is more important thing. For which is by Y chart is used, where pie chart is used, where histogram is used. We'll talk about the scatter plot as well. Okay, so for this sections, it's enough. You can explore about these things and let me know if you have any doubts. You can paste our discussion forum. I'll try to answer there. Otherwise, you can ask me later in the sessions as well. Okay. So now next, move to the next section, which is your patterns in data. That is very important things, right? So we are trying to understand data to find the patterns out of it, right? To gain some insights out of it. And data science is all about finding the generalizing the data over larger populations, right? Or finding some insights from the data. That is all data science about, right? This is some branch of data science. So patterns in data, like so someone has given me examples of the sales over a period of months, right? Or the stocks fluctuations, right? And so stock fluctuations, you see some pattern. It is increasing, then decreasing, and increasing. So such kind of observations are actually patterns. It increases, decreases, how it changes with respect to different variables, right? So such kind of things are pattern. There might be different patterns depending upon what kind of data it is, how many features are there, how many variables are there, right? And what kind of relationship we want to find out within the different features, within the different variables. So pattern may be different on based on your problems you are looking at, right? So some of those patterns we will try to see today. It's a very vast topic. So in the future courses, you will see uh, there are different algorithms to find the patterns, find the distribution of the data. For now, we will stick to very simple things, simple patterns in the data, and you can think as a very first step in this direction. Okay. So I will go to the to sheet again to give something. Here is one sheet which is called height versus weight subsheet. In this sheet, you can see height and weight. Now I want to see whether height and weight are related to each other or not. Okay, so probably I want to see the pattern within the data. Pattern in a sense, I want to see if I increase height, whether weight will increase or not. Is there some kind of relationship between height and weight or not? Is there some pattern within these variables or not? Right. So I want to find some pattern from this data. Right. Again, I will use some chart here. So I will use the scatter plot here. So scatter plot will be kind of different points will be denoted by the points in the 2D plane, right? So if you have more than two features, you will even go for the higher dimensions Cartesian plane as well. But here we have only two features, height and weight. So I can represent height over x axis and weight over y axis, and the data points will be in your plane, right? So again, I will go to the insert chart. Then I will select now the scatter plot. Okay, so here you are seeing a scatter plot here. Now I can see a scatter plot. So it's how to read the scatter plot. Here in this sections, you are seeing on the x-axis height, and on the y-axis you are seeing weight. And these points are actually these rows, right? So very first row is 144.63. Sorry. 144.63, right? So this particular row might be somewhere here, 144 and 163. So this particular point is actually this first rows. So all these rows are shown by the this particular points, these particular dots. Okay. Now, can I see some pattern out of it?
Increasing.
Increasing.
As the
As height
height
and weight
increase.
So
both
it's increasing.
increases.
Yes, as the height increases,
Potakayalu.
weight also tends to increase, right? So this is your pattern in the data set that I can see. With height, weight also increases in a linear fashion. Linear means
Potakayalu.
it increases in a linear manner. What does linear mean?
Straight.
Straight lines.
Kind of straight line. It's like here, right? So this line. If I want to see that trend line as well, so I can go to the edit chart. I'm muting everyone, and so if you want to speak, please unmute and then speak. For now, I'm muting everyone. Okay. Now, if I go to the customize here, you will see different options here. Here, you must be seeing options of trend line as well. Uh, Trend line somewhere in the chart style, not chart accessories. Yeah. So here in the series option, in the last you see a trend line option. Tick that box and you will see a trend line as well, right? So you can see this trend line, which is showing a linear relationship between height and weight.
Sir, we can use line chart also, no, sir?
No, no. Line chart actually used when we are observing something over a period of time. Don't think it's a line chart here. When you think here on the x-axis, the time is given. then probably you can use the line chart. Here it is height, right, on the x-axis. It's not kind of in sequence. Time is in sequence, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, or over the month, January to December. So if your x-axis is your time, then line chart makes sense. Otherwise, line chart we don't use. Time for the time series data, we use line chart. Here it is not time series data.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is for pattern. Okay, here we will stick to the very simple pattern which is linear in nature or some polynomial nature, right? So we don't go to the beyond that, like different distributions. You must have seen in the statistics course if you've taken any statistics course, like there are different distributions. So we'll talk about this in the future courses. But here stick to like relationship, how the two different variables, two different columns are related, whether they are linearly related or not. Linearly means one increases, second is also increased into the same proportions, kind of same proportions,
Directly
right?
proportionate.
Yeah, to some by some factor, like 0.2 factor or 0.4 factor. And if it is increasing in powers, then it is called exponential increment or decrement. Here it is linear relationship, right? Because it's a
Sir,
factor
is
of
it
something.
directly proportional?
It's not. It's a directly proportional, but it's not the proportions is not one, right? So here you need to understand this line here, right? So
Okay, sir.
what are the equations of line in you must have studied equations, standard equations of line by equal to something
Ax plus b.
ax plus b, right? So a is the so here if I find the equation of this line, how you will find that? You need at least two data points to find the equation, right? You need a and b, then you can represent your line, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you have two data points,
Yes,
so you
sir.
can
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yeah. So you can took the data point from here, let's say 144 to 63.2, and let's say somewhere close to one more than 180. So you can see 180 somewhere here. Let's take no 170 and then 180. Where is 180 in this? Okay, take 176 and 72.8. This is your one data point, and one data point you can take as 142, comma 62.6, and try to find an a comma b. You will see that relationship is directly proportional, and the factor is a, right? Factor a means that when x increases by this, by become a times x plus something, some constant. Okay, so this is called linear relationship. This is the pattern within the data, right?
Yes, sir.
So scatter plot kind of tells you the distributions of two random variables. In the higher dimension, you cannot plot this, but there might be some relationship that we cannot visualize because going visualizations more
Sir,
than
why
two
it is
dimension.
proportional?
Sorry, why this is proportional? This is what we got from the data, right? We have data, we have drawn this data, and from that we observed that the relationship is linear. Okay, so we'll see. So in this particular data, the graph that you are seeing over your Menti side, there you see there are two features x and y. X could be anything, y could be anything. Whenever you are not speaking, please mute yourself. Okay, so here you see some kind of relationship. This is not linear relationship, but this is some kind of relationship. Okay, you
Sir,
are.
answer is 3, sir.
Yeah, so I'm not asking you to answer. So can you see some pattern in the data? It's not linear, but there is some pattern. Probably some higher degree relationship, probably 3 or 4 or something. I don't know. Right. So we need to find this particular
So
graph
there are
for
two
that.
y values.
Andere bandhuvaya Bhadrachala Ramaya.
Okay. So let me ask to mute everyone. Is it possible to keep them mute?
Okay, sir. I will check with team. 1 second.
Okay, so we were talking about the patterns, right? So you can see some pattern here. And so it shows that if my data point is somewhere, my cursor you can see, then
Sir, it's a
if
y
X,
value has two values.
the answer is, give me 1 minute.
Sir, answer is 3.
Answer it is not saying that, but I don't know. I'll check and let you know the answer. But you can see this particular purple colored point here. And on the
Yeah.
graph, here somewhere here on the graph, where it is broken, that is your correct answer, right? So because of this trend, it is kind of this graph. So for this particular point, you will see the expected by to be somewhere here, right? Which is broken. So this is we got from the pattern within the data. Once you see the data, you see this particular graph, and you see some pattern, and you have seen that this particular point might take this particular by value, right? So this is called pattern. We don't know what this x will take, what by value this x will take, right? But by looking at the pattern, we come to know that this broken graph is actually the value taken by this particular x, right? So this is where your patterns comes into picture, right? By looking at the pattern, you come to know about this particular x and its by value, right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, out of these two data sets, which one do you think is the real world scenario?
A, sir.
A,
Sir, it
sir.
is A.
The
Yes.
Yeah, A
plot
is the
A is
correct.
because
Sir,
real
A1
world
is
data
the.
always has a natural variation, not a perfect straight line.
Correct. The real actual, so B shows that there is exactly linear relationship between height and weight. It means that if I can say that I can get the exact weight of a person if I know the height of that, but that's not true, right? There can be some variations, right? It's not that height and weight are exactly linearly related. There might be some variation. There might be some other factors as well. Gender might be some factor, right? There are other factors may influence by weight as well. It's not like if I give like one person is 160 centimeter long, the weight will be exactly this, right? So in the real world scenarios, this relationship is not exactly linear, right? But if I generalize this thing, this data point, if I see the pattern I can say it's a linear one. With increased height, weight increases, but not exactly with some factor, right? There might be some variations in the height and weight. So A is the correct example of the real world data set. B is not a real world data set. It just shows very ideal situation about the height and weight, which is not true in the real world scenarios, right? So the A is the correct answer, which shows your real world data set. And if I want to find the relations, now look at the graph A. And if I want to find the pattern within height and weight, what kind of relationship I can think?
Can you repeat your questions once again?
What kind of relationship height and weight has in graph A?
Proportional.
Proportional.
Yes, linearly proportional, right? So
Linearly
yes,
proportional.
correct. Good. So this is your linear relationship patterns. If you have two features, then draw the scatter plot, and you can see the point distributions. Looking at the point distribution, you can find some pattern within the data set, right? So this is the one way to find the pattern within the data set. If you are having only two inputs, two graphs, or sorry, not graph, two columns. If you have more than two columns, then that distributions might go into higher dimensions. Like you have three columns, then the distribution will go in the three dimensions, and beyond that you cannot visualize, right? Because you cannot visualize over if your dimension is more than two or three, right? So for that you will use different algorithm that we will talk about later, right? For two dimensions, for two columns, you can draw the scatter plot and see the trends. Trends means the patterns, right, within the data set. Okay, now go to the next part. Okay, since we are talking about only linear relationship, let's talk about line as well, right? Because line shows the linear nature of that data, right? So in this case, your by takes the form by equal to mx plus c. C is 0, why? C is 0 in this case, why?
C is 0 because the line is straight.
Line is always straight.
Since the line passes through the
There
origin.
is no deviation. There is no deviation.
Correct, correct.
from
So
the
now
origin.
try to understand what is m and what is c by equal to mx plus c form. Okay. In the form by equal to mx plus c, c shows the intercept on the y-axis. Okay. So this particular graph, this particular line, the trend line, has intercept of around 61, right? Am I right? This particular line has an intercept of 61 on the y-axis. That becomes
Yes.
your c. That becomes your c, right? In other words, if I look at mathematically, if I put x equal to 0 in the line, right? In this particular line, y equal to mx plus c. If I put x equal to 0, c becomes what?
60.
Zero.
Here it is 0.
Let me
Zero.
see if I can use the whiteboard.
This particular graph it is 0.
So 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 it's hard to draw. So let me use the text here. So let's say you have form by equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c, right? Let me change the color. Let me put black. Right. So this is your line. Now I want to know what is m and what is c. I want to understand these two quantity. What is m and what is c? I want to understand these two variables. So c is what? Your c is actually intercept on the y-axis. Intercept on the y-axis, right? So in other words, if I put x equal to 0 in the line, in this particular line, if I put x equal to 0, what your c becomes?
Why?
Right? So now look at this particular graph here. It says x is equal to 0 is where? On the 2D
In the
Cartesian,
origin.
x is equal to 0 on the
Origin.
y-axis.
Yes, sir.
On the y-axis, right? So here in this particular graph, just annotating. So on this particular graph, you see that this particular x-axis has x is equal to 0. Oh, sorry, y-axis has x is equal to 0, and this length now, since by c become by, right? C equal to by, so this particular intercept is become c, right? So c shows your where line is intersecting the y-axis, right? This is what c means. What does n mean?
Slope of the line.
Slope of the
M
line.
is
How it is oriented towards the x-axis, right? How it is tilted toward the x-axis. That is called your that is becomes your that becomes your intercept. Sorry, m. So m is actually shows the slope of the line. In mathematical form, m actually is your tan functions of theta. right? I'm writing theta. Theta is what? Theta is the angle.
And is the derivative of this
Angle of the line with the x-axis. Okay.
You can also say it is the derivative of the
Yeah,
equation.
derivative. Slope actually is if you learn about the calculus. I don't know if you have learned about the calculus or not. So slope is actually derivative. So that we won't go into the depth of the mathematical part of that, but just understand that m is the how it is tilted towards the x-axis. That is called your m. Okay. So how you will find m in this case? In this particular line?
Mesh 2.
How I can delete already. Yeah. For in this particular case, how I can find m?
y2 minus y1 by
Can I
x2.
change by x?
No, for this particular case, that is your correct by 2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Then what is your by 2 or by 1 here?
Here the m is equal to 2.
M is equal to what?
2.
How did you find that?
4 minus 0
Okay,
by 2 minus 0 equals
correct,
to 4 by 2. So by,
correct.
yeah.
So the one point on the line here you can see is 2 comma 4, right? So you just put x equal to 2, y equal to 4, m you will get 2. So m value is 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
that shows your angle that it makes from the x-axis. So now it's one tricky questions for you. So if m is equal to 1, what do you think what will be this angle?
Positive.
45 degrees.
45 degrees. If m equal to 1, it means that it is 45
45.
degree angle with x-axis,
45,
right?
40.
So I hope you know the concept of the slope of a line, right? Good, that's good. Now let me move to the next questions. In this particular line, y equal to 3x minus 9, where will the line cross the x-axis? On the x-axis, what is the value of y? The question is, where will the line cross the x-axis? How would you find this?
We have to equate it to 0.
Take y as 0.
Y is 0. So x will be
Take y as 0.
Yes, because it is asking where will the line cross the x-axis, right? So on the x-axis, I know by equal to 0, so I will put by equal to 0 in my line. From there, I will get x equal to 3. So correct answer is 3. 3 is the correct answer. So most of you viewers answered 3. So can you see this graph here now? I can see the peak at 3. So most of you have answered around 3. Some of you have answered around 0 as well. Some of you. And so this graph give me the ideas about the answers that you have given, right? So that is called data visualizations, right? So I can visualize your answers by looking at this graph. I don't need to go through the each and every answers to understand what you have answered, right? So data visualizations, data visualization tools like different charts, different graphs makes easy to understand the data better, right? So this is the Google Sheet where you can draw some of the graphs using some of the columns, some of the variables, right? There are many tools that is helpful in the data visualization, and that you will see in your if you go to the higher courses how you can visualize your data in better way. But Google Sheet, now stick to the Google Sheet only. take some data, try to draw different graphs, different charts, and try to understand different charts, different graphs, where I can use different chart, where I can use scatter plot, where I can use bar chart, where I can use pie chart, and different charts are there, right? So you should be familiar with these charts, where to use those charts, that is important thing, and how to read those chart. If I'm given line chart, how I will read from the line chart. It's not like I can use line chart for any data. Line chart is used in particular cases only. Scatter plot is used in particular cases only, right? So you should be familiar with all such concepts.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, yes. Please go on.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Is
Just
this
give me 1 minute.
course
Let me
has
mute. I muted everyone. Please unmute when you are asking questions only. Okay. So
సార్ వచ్చే
there's
వారం
one
కలుతా మరి పైలం బాయ్
there is one more concept remaining. Let me first finish that, then we can take the doubts. Okay. So in this particular
okay, sir.
distribution, what do you think is what point do you think is interesting?
There is an outlier in the
Okay, so most of you we got the correct answer. This particular point is actually your interesting point. Why do you think it is an interesting one?
It outlies from the main question.
Correct.
Because it is not in group.
Okay. So here you see a pattern in your data set, right? You see this particular line is best generalizing this data, but I see one point which is very away from the distributions of the data, right? So that is called outlier. The outlier is one which is away from your most of the data, and which, or say, outlier is the one point which is not following the pattern within the data, right? So you see a particular pattern in the data, but you see one point which is not following that pattern. So that is called your outlier. Okay, and by looking at the graph, you can directly see that this particular point is interesting because it is not following the pattern, right? This is not following the trend within the data. That is why this is called outlier. Outlier maybe because of some missing values, or it may be because of some entering the wrong values in your data set. So real world data set must have some outliers, and you have to handle the outliers, because if I want to draw the line and I will make sure that this is line also, this point is also comes near to line, then in that case I will end up getting wrong generalization of the data, right? Because I don't want to my line to be affected by this point, right? That's not I want my generalizations to be, because I don't want my outliers to affect my pattern in the data set, right? So in such cases, handling outliers becomes very important. And so for handling outliers, you will see in the stats courses, different courses, but how to detect the outlier, that is also one point, right? Here you can see in the graph itself that one point is away from most of the data point. This is not following the trend, so it becomes outliers. But let's say you cannot draw the points on the Cartesian's axis, right? Because the data set is higher dimensions. Plotting is different. So there are different ways to find the outliers, right? We are not going to that line for now, but here the point is to understand outlier. What is outlier? So outlier is something which is not following the data distributions, or say, which is away from most of the data point, which is not following the pattern within the data. That is called outlier, right? And it will affect your insight. It may affect your insights if you let the point affect your insights, or the patterns that you have found out, or the generalizations you have made out of those observations, right? So those outliers will affect those results, those insights. So that is where handling or making sure that your outliers is not affecting your data becomes important, right? So outliers, handling outliers is important thing. How to handle these things, how to find outliers, that we'll see later. But for now, just understand that outliers, what are outliers and why to handle outliers in the data set is important. Okay, I hope this makes sense. This makes sense. What is outliers and why we need to handle the outliers. Okay, this is all from today's sessions. So we have seen the pattern in the data set. We have seen only very
Sir,
simple
our
pattern.
doubts.
Yes, yes.
Sir, actually, our one schoolmate is there from class 11.
क्लास में
Yeah.
हमारे को चेक मारते हैं ना मीटू में
Okay.
मैं देखो जिससे है नहीं भी है
So,
मारे
sir,
को
she
चेक
has.
मारते हैं दीवार में
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes. Please go on.
Sir, actually, our one schoolmate is there.
Let me mute everyone again because lots of noise coming. Now, please unmute yourself and speak up.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, yes. Please go on.
Sir, actually, our one schoolmate is there from class 11 science. She is unable to access her course portal. So please, can you means she is not getting the link for her course portal.
Not getting what?
The link of the course portal. She is unable to access the course portal.
Okay, okay. That is, I'm not sure why the error is coming. I will request Mahalakshmi to handle such queries. Not sure why this is happening for her. You please try to help her. Give her the link of the portal and try to log in using your IDs or her IDs. And
Okay,
let
sir.
us know what issues she is facing.
Sir, her name is Sargam Kumari.
Sargam Kumar. Okay, fine. But now I cannot handle such issues. I need to check with my team why this is coming.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, okay. Any technical doubt, the doubt and the concept that you have, you can
Actually,
ask.
I have the doubt in the structural and unstructured data.
Okay. So simple ways to understand the structured data. If you think the data is in the tabular format, in the table-like structure, that is called structured data, like Google Sheets, right? Google Sheets have columns, rows. It's a table-like structure. That is called structured data. Unstructured data, which is not easy to read. Something like your, let's say your uh, uh, YouTube history. In that you have text, different texts, right? It's not easy to handle such data. It's not in a structured way. Or say your image, your gallery, phone gallery, right? There are different images, right? So that is the data, but it's not structured well. They are in different places. They don't have any particular pattern to follow, right? It is a way to store them, but it's not a structured one. That is unstructured. So easy way to differentiate is that if the data is in the tabular format, then it is called structure. If it is not in the tabular format, it is unstructured.
Thank you, sir.
So collecting unstructured, there are different ways, right? So we'll see different ways of handling unstructured data. Might be different, but might not make sense to cover this here. It's a things that we'll cover later.
It is clear. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt in unstructured Good evening, sir. I too have one doubt, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, this course has any useful for future?
Yes, yes. This course is useful for future. What you are planning in future?
Any job? Otherwise,
What kind of jobs?
online job, sir.
Online jobs means work from home.
Yes, yes, sir. Work from home.
Like that's fine, but what kind of jobs?
Marketing.
Okay.
Marketing. The type of
So
job.
you are not sure now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So data science is something You
Otherwise,
see,
hacking studies, online hacking.
okay. But for that, you need to understand the programming and all everything, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
once you will start all those things, you will get the better ideas.
Yes, sir.
Now focus on your studies.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that will be helpful. This particular course will be helpful in understanding the data. Like so, in the daily to daily task, we will see many things happening. Many things are possible. Many things are possible because of the data science. But in the daily to daily, we use data science a lot. Like starting from your phone, like you see, it has face unlock, right? So how the mobile knows that you are, it is the right face to unlock, or how it is storing different photos, and how it is recommending you different movies, how it is showing different. When you start chatting something, right? It will show your what you are gonna type next, right? So such things, if possible, become possible because of the data science, right? And you know about the chat chat GPT, it's all possible because of the data science, right? And you see in the newses, right? So temperature will be this and this, all such kind of predictions things. Whenever you see, they predict that this team will win today and today will rain. All such kind of problems of predictions, finding insights, has become as a very much possible because of the data science only, right? So there are different branches of data science. All comes within it's possible because of this data. So you once you will start learning, you will get more ideas about this. For now, it will be very helpful. But whatever stream you choose in future, this thing's gonna be helpful for you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Whoever had raised hands or wanna share, please unmute yourself and go on.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, does the course completion certificate requires the completion of practice assignments too?
It's better to practice over there. It will be helpful to solve your graded assignment. Otherwise, it is not used for grading as such. But those gonna be helpful in your exams and your solving assignments, graded assignment. So I will recommend you to solve those questions as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Saurabh, please go on.
Words in unstructured data.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, when will we start learning about machine learning and AI?
Let's start understanding the data first. Once we'll start the data, in this course itself, we'll learn about different algorithm of the machine learning. So don't worry, you will go to the different weeks. Once you go to the week 5, week 6, you will learn about the machine learning.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, someone else also was asking something. Please unmute and ask.
Sir, the graded assignment can be uploaded by mobile phone, sir.
Yes, it can be uploaded.
But it is not submitted, sir.
So such issues, please write on the discussion forum. I cannot tell this at this point of time. Please write to Teams.
Okay, sir. And also, my laptop is also not supporting software. So I
Okay. So
completed
yeah.
graded assignment yesterday at night on mobile phone, sir.
Okay, that's fine. It should be doable by mobile phone as well. But I don't know what is the issue, right? I cannot see your laptop and all. So
Yes, sir.
please write in the discussion forum or ask to the technical issues team. I'll forward that to them.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, I have opted bioscience for +1 and +2, and will it be difficult if I take data and AI and data science?
No, it won't be difficult. It will start from scratch everything. You will learn about the maths concept. You will learn about the programming concept. So this degree is doable if you are even from the different disciplines. It won't be difficult.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, when will be the results of the graded assignments?
When the deadline is passed, you will see the results.
Okay, sir, I want to ask that in the seventh week, which the project we will get, it will
Hmm?
be related to the videos only, or it will be the separated one? The
It might
project.
be it might be something that we have to explore, but the concept will be that has covered in the lectures, right? So something you have to explore a bit. Might be you have to do by yourself, but it won't be hard enough.
Okay,
It will be
thanks.
doable by yourself.
Okay. Sir, actually, I have one more doubt that you have said that I should help her with my ID. So I should help her with my ID, or teacher
No, no, no,
has
no.
to help her?
No, no. I'm just saying, just check what issues she is facing. Let us know that. It's not
Okay,
like
sir.
you can submit her answers by your ID. You cannot do
No,
that.
sir, that I am not asking. Means we have to I have to tell to my teacher, and they will contact her maybe because she's from the 11th and I'm from the 10th. So maybe I will.
No, just check what is the issue she is facing, and then let us
Okay,
know. Okay.
okay, sir. I will let the teacher know, and the teacher will let you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I think we are already late now. 6:30. We'll take other doubts in the other sessions. So I hope you get something out of these sessions. And so let's close this now. I see some of the doubts as well. So yes, please go on.
As you use so many functions in the Google Sheet, how can we go and access it or learn it?
Okay. So you start. I'll share one site where you will find some easy functions. But I'll tell you, you don't go into details of those things. Easy functions like easy statistics, like finding summations of a column, finding mean, mode, median, and unique values, count of unique values. Such functions that we have covered in the session, that should be sufficient enough. Don't go in the details, and you should know how to draw a different
Okay,
graph.
sir.
That's all. That should be sufficient enough for now.
So thank you.
Okay. Or what we can do, we can create one PDF file where we can we can tell you some of the important functions that we can use in the Google Sheet, and that we can share later. Okay. Okay. So I see some of the doubts as well. Yeah, please, Digvijay, please unmute yourself and
So I have a doubt.
yes.
What is bag of words in unstructured data?
Bag of birds, you think like so you have a text data. Text data is your unstructured data, right? So think as uh, your textbook. Textbook as your data, right? Think of any one textbook that is your data. There are different texts, right? Different words. And now collect all the words from your textbook. Let's say there is 100 pages textbook. There are different words, right? Take all the unique words. Okay, in any order. Doesn't matter. It is coming first on any frequency. That now think it is like a bag of birds. There are different birds are present. Okay. Now choose one word. Choose every word one after another. Let's say there is word A or the. I choose the and then count the frequencies. How many times the occurred in my textbook, and I will keep record of this thing. The frequency of each word. Right. So there are let's say 100 unique words. Okay. I will count how many times those 100 words occurred, and I will keep record of those. Right. So that is called bag of birds. Bag of birds means all the unique words with their frequencies, how many times they have repeated in that document, in that textbook. Right. So now in your textbook, let's say there are 100 birds. For 100 words, you have counted how many times they have appeared in your textbook and keep record of everything. The has occurred this many times. Apple has occurred this many times. Like tool has occurred this many times and keep record of this thing. This is called bag of words. Okay, think as a bag of all the unique words within that document. For every documents will have different bag of words. And why this is used? To find some, let's say, since you know that the computer don't understand the text, you have to feed some numbers, right? So frequencies might tell about the document. Let's say there is a document which is talking about straight lines, or there is document. So you can think like textbook is related to math, which is talking about some math concept which is on a straight line. So straight line is coming more number of times, right? So the frequency is telling you about the document, something about the document, right? Let's say there's word coming doctor. So probably it's talking about some biological concept. Maybe some it's talking about heart, right? So it might be talking about some biological concept, something like that. So the frequencies might tell you something something about that topic, right? Something about the document. So frequency is one of the way to tell about the text data set. You have different texts, right? And now you have to understand that data. So frequency of birds is one of the way to understand that data, right? For that we have bag of birds. Okay, bag of birds
Thank you, sir.
counts. Okay, so that's how we use the bag of birds. Okay, so in next you will see that text we how to handle the text data set, right? So for text data set, you have to convert them into numbers, and how to convert them into numbers, we use different techniques. Bag of birds is one of those different techniques.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, are we going to apply programming in this course, or we would have to learn it beforehand?
No. So you need not to learn it by yourself for now, and not even for this course we are using any programming. You will have some programming courses if you choose this degree, and if you will go for any other program, you will learn programming there. It's not prerequisite for this course. Okay, for now, I have to close this session. So we'll take other doubts and other sessions. So thank you everyone for joining. Let's close this call now. We'll take doubts later.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah.
So just one doubt.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Can we able to leave the meeting?
Sir, may I leave the session? Sir, may I leave the session?
Can we be able to leave the session?
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am.
We can leave the session, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can we be able to leave the session?